What's up, guys? Welcome to Music and Movies. And today I will be watching another scene from the movie Friday. I know earlier we watched this scene in one of our episodes, like in the beginning of the movie. When Debo had not met, but they already kind of initially knew each other. But that scene where Debo, Smokey, and the nigga that got his chain robbed, I forgot his character name, but when all those characters that we watched that scene, now we're more so towards the end of the movie where it's that fight scene between Craig and Debo. And I ain't going to say too much. We're going to watch the scene and we're going to get right into it.
Son, and get knocked out like your father used to.
Give me the gun, son.
Craig.
Give me the gun. Give me the gun, son.
That's all you got?
Craig. Oh, shit.
There you go, Craig. Big bird. There you go. Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig.
Yeah! Come on, nigga.
Oh, shit, God. People, stop him.
No. Come on, baby. Come on. Let him be a man.
Go sleep. Yeah.
Shoot him. I said. He's not fighting fair.
I've been down before. Look, I've been down before. I told him better than this.
Craig, get up.
Get up, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig. Come on,
Told
Craig.
y'all. You want some? Beat him down, beat you down. Who else wants some? Who else wants some of Debo? Well,
Craig, get up.
Get up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Fair enough, Craig. Fair enough. There you go.
All right, baby.
Hey, come on. Yes, Mr. Big Shot.
fuck. Yeah, come on, punk. Come on, go.
Work him, Craig. Work his ass. That's what I'm talking about. That's my dog.
Take that.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Kitty pie.
And anybody gotta say anything, you let me know. That's my dog. That's what I'm talking about.
You okay? Craig.
No. Cupcakes, leave him alone now. Let him be a man. I taught him good, didn't I?
Now who's the punk?
You think he a Mac?
Macaroni.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sorry about that, y'all. We had a little technical difficulty, but we are back and we're going to continue watching the rest of the scene and then we're going to talk about it.
Johnny, come on.
Oh!
No, Mom. Stop. You're cursing me.
My mama gave me that. Grandmama gave me that chain.
My grandmama gave me this chain.
Debo!
You just got knocked the fuck
Man, you should have been bobbing and weaving. Look at you. Get up! Yes, you ain't. Let me not take these screws. Big whip, mama. And you can have your knife. Cause I steal. I don't kill.
and that is all that I have for this scene. And so basically this is like the end of the movie. This is the movie closing up those final ties, because basically Debo was the big bully, the antagonist, I guess you can say, of the whole movie, just fucking with everybody, terrorizing everybody. And it comes to that fight scene with Debo and Craig. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point like, they had to throw them hands, and his pops, you can tell his pops in there like don't let him be a mama's boy. Like, let him fight his own battles, let him fight for himself, let him do what he need to do as a man, because if you sit here, you're gonna baby him, and he not gonna grow as a person. You feel what I'm saying? He's saying like his father's there on the side, like shit, I done been knocked down before, you know what I'm saying? I had my fights, you just gotta let him go through that. You feel what I'm saying? So with his dad doing that, it enabled him to whoop the fuck out of Debo. You feel me? Like, yeah, he got beat, but Debo was wanting to be that person like, yeah, I'm big body, ain't nobody can see me, no, XYZ. And turn around, your ass got hit with a brick, you feel me? Now your big ass, oh shit, you feel me? And now Craig and grabbed the trash can, boom, goddamn, took your ass down, gave you a couple kicks, couple hits, and you KO. And it's funny, you see everybody that Debo just did wrong just coming back at the end like, you know what, I need that money. So Smokey got his money that he got to pay a Big Worm, and then old boy came back, got his chain that he got from his grandma, and then Ezel came, and it was like, you know what, shit, you always trying to get me to do shit, take your bullshit ass knife, because I don't kill. And then he took his shoes. Like, it's a funny sequence, because you know what I'm saying, all that stuff that you did throughout the whole movie is coming back to bite your ass and bite you in the ass in the end. So it was kind of funny. And the girl that Craig was wanting, you feel me, like he ended up getting. So it's like, it was a good way to tie up close ends. And really, if they do make that last Friday movie, I honestly feel like the way they should not do it unless they get Chris Tucker back. Like, I feel like Chris Tucker is, I'm saying he carried the shit, but like, that's something that the fans want to see. You feel me? You get Chris Tucker in there, you get DC Young Fly as Smokey's son, and then you get Ice Cube back with his son. You feel what I'm saying? You get that. You bring his love interest. What's her name? Nia Long. You bring Nia Long back. That's who you ended up having your child with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really set it up, you can really set the shit up where you don't need pops. I know Debo passed away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the cats from the original Fridays, like, they're passing away. They're getting of age. It's an older movie shit that came out. I think like 99. You feel what I'm saying? Like 99, 96, 95, somewhere around like the late 90s. It came out the late 90s. You feel what I'm saying? So that's over, and it's 2025, so that's over 25 years, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like now, like, they confirmed it. I feel like just get the fans what they want, you feel me? So, but, Friday After Next Friday, those are classic movies. That gave Terry Crews his starting role. That gave Cat Williams his first movie, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that just Friday alone just solidified Ice Cube as being a movie producer. You feel what I'm saying? Being not only just being an actor, but because he was an actor before. Like, he was in Boys in the Hood. He was in Higher Learning. You get what I'm saying? Like, he had projects before he worked on his solo. Like, if you watch the movie Straight Outta Compton, which we watched on this episode before, like, you see, like, Ice Cube, he had a part in that movie where he's like, I'm about to write my first movie. It's called Friday. And it became a cult classic. And yeah, so that's how I'm trying to get, like, after I do my reign in the music industry, like, I truly want to be more so behind the camera, writing movies, writing scripts. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's, and Ice Cube did it at a very high level, you feel what I'm saying? And I aspire to get to that level. So I want to make a cult classic movie like that, where it's like every line is, you can damn near quote the whole movie. Like, Friday is one of those movies where you can damn near quote the whole movie, because it's so funny. You're gonna always want to watch it, and you're always gonna want to that's gonna be like I said in the other episode, like, that's gonna be a movie that my mom showed me, and I'm gonna show my kids, and I'm sure their kids gonna show their kids, because it's just a cult classic. You feel what I'm saying? It's one of those movies like you haven't seen Friday. Like it's one of those movies like you need to see it. Like it's very important to the black culture. I feel like, because it really tells like what it is like for somebody that's like on a Friday figuring out what they want to do. So that's all I really have for music and movies, and I will catch you guys on the next segment. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another segment of King You Rap or King You Cap. And today I got a beat pulled up by Kodak Black. It is called Tunnel Vision. And so I ain't gonna really say too much. I'm just gonna rap and we gonna see if I'm finna cap. But I'm not though. Yeah. You know, it's Big 704, Big Zachariah, and this motherfucker, you feel me? Like, I'ma always come in here, I'ma always spit. You know, this is natural, like blood running through my veins. So, we finna get into it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say too much. I'ma just go ahead and rap it. So, like this. Yeah, I keep that tunnel vision. A nigga like me, shit, I swear I stay winning. Nigga like me, I stay grinning, keeping that cash, keeping that bag. I'ma spend it up and I'ma make it back, moving these sacks, moving these pounds. Yeah, you know I got the Glock, I always keep some rounds, keeping that ammo, cause you know it can get so bloody, it can get crazy. Yeah, you know I roll it up, now the room is hazy. Yeah, you know I roll it up, now I'm feeling lazy, but never lazy with these words, tell me what you heard, I'm rapping with the birds, I'm flying with the birds, cause birds of a feather, they flock together. Yeah, I can do this in any type of weather. It's rainy, it's sunny, it's cloudy, it's thundering. You know I bring the lightning. Yeah, you know it's frightening. Yeah, you know I come and do this, it's enlightening. Feeling like a Buddhist, you is a Judas. I don't mean to rude it, I don't mean to be rude, but I really do this. It's on the tip of my tongue, yeah, I will never drink no rum, I don't drink no lick, yeah, a nigga like me, shit, always keep the stick, nigga like me, if I have to, I hit a lick, nigga like me, shit, I'll let it rip, and now you rip, now you want a shirt, now you 6 feet under, yeah, you in the dirt, yeah, I told you, yeah, I keep that tunnel vision, cause at the end of the day, shit, I gotta reach the mission, gotta reach the goals, yeah, a nigga like me, I'll never sell my soul, shit, it might be lost, it might be lost, but you know that it's never gone, cause I find my way home, H-O-M-E, replace the M with a P, that's hope, yeah, actually, that's nope, yeah, you know that I, don't froze, don't freeze, I'm so blessed, like a sneeze, hot chew, damn, I'm so sick, yeah, you know that I'ma always take a risk, hey, cause scared money don't make no money, yeah, these niggas be just so bummy, and they be so funny, and you know that I'ma have your nose real runny, yeah, I'ma wipe it clean, I'ma wipe it dry, yeah, you know that I stay hella fly like a bird, what you heard, like I said before, birds of a feather, they flock together through any weather, yeah, the rainy days and the sunny days, yeah, and I'm plenty paid, and I'm plenty laid, and you know that I don't got much to say, so that's why I rap it, never cap it, yeah, you know that I just stay snapping, like a snapping turtle, jumping through these obstacles like it's a hurdle, yeah, you know I was on the beach, and that's Myrtle Beach, nigga like me, shit, I can give a speech, nigga like me, shit, I can go and reach, nigga like me, shit, I could be a preacher, I could be a teacher, I could be a professor, teaching lessons, I do that anyways, and you know that I don't know, yeah, you know, hey, yeah, I fuck up what we all do sometimes, yeah, I fucked up, but I still got more rhymes, yeah, I fucked up, but I still got more time, I still fucked up, but I got more shine, yeah, I shine like a sun, yeah, you love me, shit, I'll never run, yeah, you know me, shit, I always keep it honest, yeah, you know that I always keep it truthful, never boastful, yeah, I put the cup up, that's a toastful, yeah, you know that's not even a word, but I made it up, like I'm Dr. Seuss, yeah, you know I'm teaching kids like it's Blue's Clues, yeah, you know I walk that pussy loose, like it's foot loose, You a goose, silly goose, silly duck, never gave a fuck, pull up in that truck, pull up in that Lambo, yeah, you know I'm feeling like I'm Rambo, going crazy, going crazy, going crazy, going insane, tell me your pain, yeah, tunnel vision. Nah, damn, I was spazzing. I was like, damn, what the fuck this beat going in? No, for real. Okay, they got. All right, so they got a beat pulled up right now. It's from by Lil Uzi Vert. It's called XO Tour Life. So let's get into it. Are you alright? Are you alright? Shit, I'm quite alright. Yeah, my money right. This shit hard, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, my money right, shit. Yeah, my money tight, shit. Yeah, my money stack, huh? Yeah, I keep the cash, huh? Yeah, I keep a pack, huh? Yeah, I keep a pack, huh? Yeah, I keep some gas, huh? Yeah, I keep some nugs, huh? Yes, that Kush and OJ, huh? Yeah, you know that I stay rolling these blunts, huh? Rolling these woods, huh? Ayy, packing up a bowl for the bowl, huh? Packing up a bowl for the bong, huh? Yeah, I'm a pothead, 420 round the corner. Shit, I called off for work, huh? Till I had some school shit to do, but told them niggas a lie, cause I finna go get high, huh? Like it's XO Tour Life. Shit, a nigga like me, I can't have no wife, shit, that's just how it is, huh? Keep it too real and I'm standing on biz, huh? Yeah, you know, nigga like me, shit, I'm a wizard, huh? Yeah, I licked her up just like a lizard, damn, that nigga freaky, damn, that nigga nasty, huh? I like him classy, huh? I like that ass cheeks, yeah, that's double D's for these, yeah, you know, for these and shorties, back in the day, shit, I used to work at Domino's, now they falling at my feet like dominoes. That's hella hoes. Yeah, you know that I like them with them white toes. Damn, yeah, I told I like it classy. Throw it back on me, baby. You know I like it nasty. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my gosh, you lost for words. Damn. Cause I don't really care if you cry. I don't really care if you lie. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Look me in the face, yeah, you know I stay so complacent. Killing these beats, so you know they call me Jason. Oh my god, all these niggas, they stay hating. Yeah, you know I eating it up like some steak and flame me on, what you on, hey, I'm writing another song. Hey, and you know it's going to the catalog, hey, cause my catalog, I fucked up. I said my catalog legendary, shit, I do this with E, shit, it's hella scary, like Tom and Jerry, chasing dreams like Tom and Jerry, yeah, you know that I'm feeling like Chewbacca, but not hairy, I'm hella built, yeah, I got the skills, I don't speak your language, I speak my own, and I'm hella grown, staying in my zone, and I'm never prone, yeah, you know that I'm a prone, Rome, and they falling like Rome, yeah, you know this is like another episode of Under the Dome. Alright, I'm gonna find another beat and I'm gonna rap for y'all again. Alright, what's up? We are back, y'all. So today I got beat pulled up by Notorious B.I.G. It's called What's Beef. I was like, shit, let me take you back to the old school real quick. So that's what we finna do. So I'm finna freestyle over this song called What's Beef, and yeah, let's get into it, y'all.
The Commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy,
Damn.
Caesar Leo, De Janeiro,
Yeah.
Charlie Baltimore,
Yeah.
Iceberg Slim, The
Yeah.
Shady,
Yeah.
Frankie Baby.
Yeah. What's beef? What's beef? Yeah. What's beef? 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 Nigga, you don't beef with me, cause you gon' get defeat with me. What's beef, You don't want no beef with me, shit, You You gon' go and take defeat with me, cause I'm too ill with this pen, and I wield it like a sword. I swear to God, nigga, I'll slice you with some words. Ain't gotta lay a finger on ya. You gon' have your legacy ruined like the fallen empire of Rome. Shit, yeah, you know I'm all up on your dome, all up on your mind. Shit, what's your purpose? You find her. Yeah, you know a nigga like me, I'm on my grind. What's beef? Beef is niggas dying in the streets. What's beef? Beef is niggas lying in the streets. What's beef? Beef is niggas can't put it to the side. So cause of that, damn niggas gotta die. Shit, what's beef? If you want beef with me, shit, you gon' take defeat. What's beef? What's beef, nigga? What's beef? What's beef, And I ain't talking about no cloud shit. I lay your ass down, on the ground, and I lay your ass down, on this ground. You gon' case that concrete, and I lay your ass down. You won't hear a sound. Your ears is ringing, your nose is bleeding. What's beef? Beef is you don't wanna beef with me. Shit, I told you that. You gon' go and take defeat. What's beef? Beef is when niggas can't put it to the side. Beef is when these niggas like to go and lie. So now niggas lying in the streets, bad bodies, yeah, they lying in front of me, then I killed them with the pen, person after person, lesson after lesson. I'm doing this for the love and respect, so it ain't no impressing, Only thing you gon' do is respect it, When I say respect it, that's the name, When I say respect it, that is the game, When I say respect it, I ain't gonna do it the same, When I say respect it, I'ma stay up in my lane, but I'm swerving lanes, and I'm switching lanes, Yeah, I'm in your lane, and I'm in mine too. Shit, what you gon' do, Yeah, I want that beef. Shit, and for my homie, shit, I'll inherit the beef. Shit, I want it all. I'm a greedy nigga. Shit, I want the crown. Shit, I need it, nigga. Shit, I want the crown. Shit, I'm fiending, nigga. Shit, I want the crown, so I get it, nigga. And I flip it, nigga. And I rip it, nigga. Yeah, you know that. Shit, I'm the illest, nigga. I'm the realest, nigga. How I get these figures, how I get this cash, how I get this bag. They can't do it like me, so these niggas mad. You tryna run my spot, you gon' get real shot. You gon' have 5 hoes, 9 hoes, and 10 hoes. Fuck it, whole clip in your body. Yeah, now you in shock, you see the odds, and it's not looking real pretty. Shit, it's looking real dirty. Now you're hurting. People crying tears, and your bitch flirting. What's beef? Damn, what's beef? You don't want beef with me. Shit, you want beef with me, you gon' take defeat, nigga. Yeah, what's beef? Yeah, I spazzed on that shit, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't bad. I actually want to go back and hear that when I get the chance. That shit was hard. I think I'm gonna do one more song, figure something out. Since we on the old school vibe, I might find one more old school song to do, and then yeah, we be out of here for King You Rapper, King You Cap. Yo, we is back, and this is the last one that I'm gonna have for you guys for King You Rapper, King You Cap. And today I will be freestyling over Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z and UGK. So yeah, I ain't gonna really say too much. I'm finna play this beat and we gonna freestyle and get into it. So yeah. Dun dun dun. We big pimpin', baby. Yeah, we big pimpin'. B-I-E-G, yeah. You know I'm big pimpin', spinning cheese, and I stay big pimpin' in CLT, and I be big pimpin' wherever I be. You know it's Zachariah in the place to be. You know I big pimpin', spinning cheese, and I stay big pimpin' in CLT, and I be big pimpin' anywhere I be. You know it's Zachariah, and he got to spin the cheese. Yeah, you know, yeah, I got that bag. You know I spend it up tricking. Yeah, you ain't tricking if you got it, baby. I got it, and you know that I can spot it. Yeah, you know that I like it little tropical shit. I like different flavors. I am not a hater, nigga like me, shit. I'm a player. Shit, I won't go too hard. Yeah, you know I'm too smart. And I do my part. Cause I'm big pimpin', spending cheese. And I be big pimpin' in CLT. And you know I'm big pimpin' wherever I be. You know it's Zachariah and he finna spend that cheese. You know I'm big pimpin' in CLT. And I be big pimpin' wherever I be. And you know I'm big pimpin' and I'm spending that cheese. You know it's Zachariah and he in the place to be. Spending cash, spend it up, spend it fast. What you want? Gucci bag, Louis bag, you got it, baby. Pop them tags, going flights, going high, Mile High Club, that's the trade club, and I drink I don't drink no liquor, but I go and roll that blunt, I don't drink no liquor, but you can go throw that butt like a anaconda, cause that's what I got for you, Catch these clues, clutch this hint, looking in the glimpse, yeah, you know that I'm a really big pimp, yeah, you know I'm pimping wherever I be, baby. Yeah, you got that money, I know you see it, baby. Cause I'm big pimpin' in CLT. And I be big pimpin', you know that I be. And I be big pimpin' wherever I be. You know it's Zachariah and he finna spend that cheese. You know I'm big pimpin' in CLT. And I be big pimpin' wherever I be. You know I'm big pimpin', yeah, Zachariah, and he finna be in that place, and he finna spin that cheese, Hey, big pimpin', go and throw it my way. Yeah, I'm never simping, yeah, you know that I want it, baby, but I am not limping, and I whining, and I crying, and na 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 na, cause hey, this shit hard as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what I wanted to say, but this beat hard as fuck. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay. I said I'm feeling like a rock star. I'm feeling like a rock star. I'm feeling like a pop star. I'm feeling like a rap star. I'm feeling like a movie star. I'm feeling like a Broadway star. Feeling like a star anywhere I go. Cause I glow. Glow just like the sun, and I glow and I show, but it ain't show and tell, and it ain't hard to tell that I got this talent. It's so undeniable. People may not like it, but they watch it, nigga. That's undeniable talent. Do you have it, nigga? That's undeniable talent. Can you fathom, nigga? That's undeniable talent. Bitches want me, bitches need me, bitches fiending, cause I'm big pimpin' in CLT, and I be big pimpin' wherever I be, and I be big pimpin' and I'm finna spin cheese. You know it's Zachariah and he in a place to be, because I'm big pimpin', spinning cheese, and I be big pimpin' in CLT, and I be big pimpin' wherever I be. You know it's Zachariah and he finna spin that cheese, nigga. Yeah, spin that cheese, nigga. Yeah, spin that cheese, nigga. Yeah, I be big pimpin', and I'm never slimpin', Yeah, you know I got that, so I'm limpin', Yeah, you know I'm never crippin', never gang bangin', but you know I'm drug slangin', and you know I'm money bringin', and you know I'm always singin', and that shit hard. Cause I'm big pimpin' in CLT, and I be big pimpin' wherever I be, and I be big pimpin', and I'm finna spin cheese. You know it's Zachariah and he in a place to be, nigga. That I freestyled the whole fucking hood. I don't even know. I was saying that shit all types of different ways, but man, that shit hard. So that's all I really got for you guys today for Can You Cap or Can You Rap. I ain't feel like I was going too crazy, but nah, that shit was fun though. But that's all I have for you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Ghetto Philosophy, and I got my homie here with me, the legendary, the one, the only Altitude12, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Nice to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming on the show, man. So I know, I've known you when you was in high school and everything. So I guess my first question would be, back in high school, you already stood out creatively.
Thank you.
Did you feel that spark early on, or were you still figuring things out?
I think I felt the spark early on. Especially like I really wanted to go to Northwest because it was like an arts spot. Like I definitely don't think that I'd be where I am as an artist if I didn't go to that school. Like that school obviously had a lot of issues, you know. But I feel like it definitely just let me have the space to grow, you know, and I was around like other like-minded artistic people. I think in retrospect, like looking back on it now, I definitely was still finding myself. But I think at the time I would have, if you would have asked me, I would be like, I got it. I know it.
You got it figured
I
out.
mean?
Yeah. So, what's a memory from high school that still lives in your head, and has it ever shown up in your music?
A memory? I got a lot of memories from high school that still live in my head.
Top 3.
Top 3 memories from high school?
Top 3.
Ooh.
Follow if you want to do Mount Rushmore.
Let me think. Top 3 memories. I'm trying to think. At least one of them has to be one of the play festivals.
Okay. Was it like at Cata?
No, I'm talking about like when we had Dionysia.
Oh,
remember,
Dionysia.
Like 12 hour.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like which one like really. One sticks out that I was acting in.
Okay.
It was my sophomore year. It was called Death of a Sitcom. It was a play I was in.
Okay.
That some dude. I don't know if you ever met him. His name, he might have been before ahead of your time, but his name was Matt Pat. No, not Matt Pat. Was it? It was Matt Pat. It was Matthew Patterson, and he wrote this play called Death of a Sitcom.
I feel like was he a musical theater major?
No, I think he was a tech major actually.
I feel like if I seen a picture, the name is ringing a bell.
You probably heard it. Like I bet
name
Buckner
is
used to,
definitely
like,
ringing a
it.
bell. It's just if I seen that picture, it'd be like, oh, that's Gene and him.
I think when I was a sophomore, he was a senior.
Okay.
I think, but he wrote this play called Death of a Sitcom, and it was like about people that were living in a sitcom and they knew they were sort of in a show, but that was like their real lives. And then my character comes in like near the beginning of the play and doesn't know that I'm in a TV show.
Yeah.
And so when they tell me, it like just messes me up.
Yeah.
And so that was like the first play that I felt like I was like a lead in, and it was like a longer play. So being in that was like a top memory.
That's cool.
This isn't a good memory, but I remember this girl I really liked rejected me at a bus stop, like my freshman year, and that really like shaped the next few years of my life. Just trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
Now looking back on it, it's pretty petty, but at the time that was like everything to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Was you like build it up?
Yeah, I built it up, made songs about it. I did all this
was
stuff.
It Crush?
It was no.
Crush, that shit hard.
but it was. I did writing Crush was a bit like that. But there was. I did something. One music wise, what I released before Daydream, it was called The Fire Method, which looking back on it, that's such a dumb name to me. But it was so cool at the time. But I had a song on there where I literally talk about that, and then I wrote a 10-minute play about it that ended up being in the 12-hour play festival.
Word.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I invited her to it. Like, and this was way after the fact. Like, she probably thought I was crazy. But I was like, it's going to be so good. The play's going to be so good and funny that she's going to like be like, oh my gosh, I want to be with you because this is hilarious. But then I ended up not directing it, and the people that were in it ended up forgetting their lines. And so it just looked crazy. And it also didn't help. She sort of died at the end of the play. It was funny if you watched the. I don't know if you might have been there.
I feel like I might have. I've been to a few things. So.
Yeah, but if you watch the play and you watched it right, like it made sense. It was funny. It was cool.
Yeah.
But because they messed up the lines, I wrote it real convoluted already. Yeah. Because I'm just weird. So it just looked like she just came to this weird play where she just died. Yeah. And so it just didn't make any sense.
Okay.
I probably definitely all the spoken word stuff. Heavy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I used to want, it's called, what was it called? Big Picture. I always wanted to be in that, but like right when I got casted for it, like I had to move and switch schools.
Dang.
And I didn't get to do it.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you graduated from North. Oh no, do you go to West Charlotte?
Nah, I mean, I moved to Monroe, so I ended up graduating with my last 2 years of high school. I was at Monroe High.
Dang.
It was like a little small town. Like, it was not, it was mid. But
dang, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like
I thought you had been in Big Picture. I will say, you're right. My junior year Big Picture, which is the only year that I was in Big Picture where they didn't film it, which is crazy. Every other year they filmed it and it's on YouTube. Yeah. But that was my favorite Big Picture of all time. That's a huge high school memory. That's up there.
Word.
So I think that's 4.
Okay, so. Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Yeah. All right, we got our Mount Rushmore. So, who believed in you the most when you were just starting out?
My parents. Word. My parents always really believed in me. And I think that always gave me like a big, huge drive. Like, especially now that I'm older. And, you know, I told you I went to college. I went there for acting. And there were so many other, like, of my peers in there who were, like, their parents didn't support them. Yeah. Like, they really had to get it out the mud and just come there and just hope that it all worked out because their parents think that they're crazy. Wow. And I was like, man, like, I never really thought about how lucky I was that I had, like, such a huge support system, you know? So definitely them. And my dad's always been, he's the one that got me into rap. He's always been my biggest fan, literally. But yeah, if it weren't for them, I don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing.
I feel honestly. It. You want to tell the people where you are alumni from and like how that was?
Yeah. So I went to the illustrious Howard University, HU, you know. I had a really good time there. Majored in fine arts, graduated as a theater major. The first inaugural class of the Chadwick A. Boseman class of fine arts.
Word?
That's me.
That's
hard.
First one.
Yeah,
that's
yes,
hard.
Sir. Yes, sir. So very, very cool. Huge maturing and learning experience. Again, as I said, everything wasn't perfect, you know, especially just going to an HBCU. Like, even we're like one of the big ones, and we still got funding issues.
Yeah, word. That's
honestly,
crazy.
We got stuff with our financial aid. That's horrible. If you look up Howard financial aid, you're gonna see horrible stuff about it. Sorry, but it's true. But with that being said, though, we had some professors that really cared about the craft, that like pushed you. Like, I have never been pushed academically and acting wise as much as I have to going to Howard. Okay. Like, it's insane. Like, have you ever seen Whiplash?
I don't think I have.
You should watch it. It's about a dude trying to become like a jazz drummer.
Okay.
And his teacher is played by J.K. Simmons.
Okay.
He's like horrible. He's abusive, but he pushes him like super hard. And at the end, I don't spoil the end of the movie. But
he's nice though.
He's actually he gets nice. But I will say that teacher is horrible. My professors weren't horrible like
Bad
that.
News Bears kind of.
Like who?
Bad News Bears.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Is that a movie too, or is that a show?
It is. It's like the teacher was bad though, but like he ended up becoming a good teacher, and then the students ended up becoming good. So.
Yeah. No, I mean the student. Well, you should watch the movie.
Whiplash.
It's a very interesting movie
I'm
called
gonna definitely
Whiplash.
look into that.
It's one of my favorite movies. I say all that to say that my professors weren't abusive like him, but they were tough. Yeah. Like watching Whiplash, I was like, hey, I know how that dude's feeling. Because I've been in some similar situations. I had a teacher one time, I had a monologue. It was like a real serious monologue. It's like about like, I forget which play it's from, but I basically am trying to give a white lady her purse back. And some police think that I'm chasing her, and they like pin me to the ground and like try to arrest me. And basically my monologue is me talking about that.
Okay.
And so I did the monologue in front of my class, and my professor comes up to me and she's like, okay, that was okay, but we can do better. Do you mind if I touch you real quick? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I'm thinking she's gonna like put her hands on my shoulder or something. She literally pins me to the ground, puts her knee on my back, and then she's like, all right, look at the class. And I'm like, and I'm pinned to literally like this, and she's like, so how do you feel right now? I'm like, the whole class is looking at me, and this is my freshman year, so I only know them so much. I'm like, I feel embarrassed. It hurts a little bit. It feels crazy. And then she gets off me. She's like, all right, sit down right there. And I sit down. She's like, just breathe. Now just do the monologue and just breathe through it. When I tell you that's the best performance I'd ever had in my life. Literally. I was making people cry. I've never done something like that before. Like, it's crazy. So
she got you in that mode.
She did. She got you in that mode. And ever since then, I've been trying to like chase that. Like, so just crazy learning experiences, man. I'm forever grateful for it. I love all my professors. It's great.
So that'll lead me next into the next question. How has your family or upbringing shaped your sound or your storytelling?
I think, like I was saying before, because I had such a great support system, it really made me feel like I could do anything. And I think reflecting onto my music, I've always been trying to do different, be different, and not being too afraid of being different.
Okay.
And again, I think that even if my parents had supported me, but then I made something, like let's say I just made like a rock song out of nowhere, and they would have been like, that's a little weird. I think you should stick to the regular rap and stuff. I might be a completely different artist.
Yeah.
But I was listening to this like metal. It was like this anime opening. I was listening to for the Attack on Titan, like the last Attack on Titan opening. And it's like a rock song. And I told my mom, sort of jokingly, I was like, I sort of want to make a song like that. She was like, then do it. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. You know. So it's like, the fact that I feel like I have the freedom to make everything, and not be too judged for it. And if I am judged for it, then that's just not the people that need to be listening to my music. You know what I mean?
Facts. Was there ever a moment you almost gave up on music?
Ever a moment I almost gave up on music?
And if so, what kept you going?
I hope it doesn't matter if I have to think a little bit, because you're asking some really good questions.
Yeah, like I made sure I didn't want to ask your regular degler, like, you know, what was your first song? And I was like, nah, like, this my homie right here. Like, I want to make sure I give him the best interview you can, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to take some time to really ponder these questions. I want to just answer it, just pull out my butt. Have I ever thought about giving up on music? I don't think that I've ever given up or almost given up, but I have thought to myself, like, one day this could become more of a hobby.
Yeah.
I've definitely thought that. And even today, I still think that sometimes, just depending on where my career goes. But I also think that I know my career is going to be creative.
Yeah, for sure.
So if as long as I'm doing creative stuff, I feel like there's always time for me to make music and incorporate that into my stuff. Because to me, everything is sort of connected. So yeah, I've never, there have been definitely times where I've made like a bulk of work and I've been like, dang, I got nothing else to write about. I'm done. I don't think I have anything worthwhile to say anymore. But I always realize, just with a little more life experience and making yourself get inspired, listening to some new sounds, going new places, like you're gonna feel inspired at some point to want to make more stuff. And I also feel like, compared to all the other stuff I like to do, like with writing and acting and all that stuff, I feel like music, I have the most freedom to express myself in like the rawest form to me. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop. I think I'll be doing this till I'm 87.
Oh yeah, for sure. That got a whole song called "Never Stop" with the old me as like an old man, because you know we doing this till we old. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I definitely understand. So I do want to talk about your first album, or which is my personal favorite, Daydream.
Really, that's your favorite?
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. You was one of Zion and Marcel Dula, bro. Y'all was like the
respect to
people,
both of them too. They both some real cool people.
Yeah, like y'all was like the people that showed me like, bro, you could do this shit if you wanted to. Like, it don't take much to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it don't take much, but like if you wanted to drop an album, like
all that was recorded in my room. You feel me? On a USB mic, man.
Like, bro, like the way that you, like, I still feel like Daydream is a masterpiece. Like, each song that you remixed on there, and the way you put it together, and the story that you told from start to finish, and like the whole shit is a masterpiece, bro. Like, to me, because it was like, damn, like he talk about real stuff that I be going through on the regular, walking these halls and stuff, like with you know, like the I think you did impression of Miss Lockhart with Miss Nohart.
I did. Looking back on it, I feel a little bad because now I substitute teach.
Really?
Right? That's how I make my bread on my day. That's my day job.
Okay.
And I still think that she, you know, I hope she's not watching this, but I still think she was mean.
Yeah,
but
I think everybody thinks she was mean.
But I do sympathize with the educators so much more now that I'm just older. Yeah. But I do remember doing that. That was fun. I'm glad you like that so much, man.
Yeah. Like, that's definitely inspired me. You feel me? And So I want to ask, what inspired that project, and what was the story behind it?
Man, you taking me back.
We gonna talk about the other stuff too.
Oh yeah,
we gotta start at the beginning. You feel me? So yeah.
I just remember because I dropped my first project on SoundCloud. Again, that was the Fire Method, and I was like, this is cool, but I realized it's just a bunch of songs together, and I was like, I want to do something different than that. I think you know what? I know what it was. Around this time, I had just gotten into Tyler the Creator, like a lot. Which, funnily enough, the way I got into him, I'd always heard his name around all the time, like since like 2012. Never really listened to him.
Odd Future.
I've been hearing about Odd Future,
Zoomies
Tyler.
Always selling this to people.
And then I listened to Yonkers, and I was like, because hearing the name Tyler the Creator, and then hearing a voice that was like this, I was like, this is not how I expected him to sound. I thought he was gonna be like a white boy. Like I didn't know nothing about him. But then in like 2014, he had said something about Eminem's latest album being trash, right? And back then I used to love Eminem like heavy. So I was like, who do you think he is calling Eminem trash? Let me listen to him, see if he can even rap. And I listened to Tyler. I was like, bro, Tyler different.
Yeah.
Like, and the way that he would craft his albums, like his first, because at this point he had dropped Bastard, Goblin, and Wolf. Okay. If you know anything about those albums, it's like a trilogy. It's a story that he's telling, and it's like out of order.
Okay.
So the first album, he's in a therapy session, and then the second album, Goblin, is a continuation of that therapy session, and then the album Wolf is the stuff that gets him to start taking therapy in the first place. And so I was like, that is so cool. Like, he's got 3 albums, and they're all connected to each other, and they tell a story, and if the albums themselves all tell a story, and you know, again, I was always writing already. No, I already liked stories, so I was like, you can mix the two, like you can make music and then do stories and do it a whole album.
Yeah.
And then this was also around the time, because I think I dropped it my junior year. I dropped my junior year. Yeah, so I also ended up getting in
8th grade, probably a freshman in high school. Like.
And so I also was getting the Childish Gambino. Okay. And he dropped Because of the Internet. And if you know anything about Because of the Internet, that's a whole story. Yeah. And he has a whole screenplay he wrote that he connected to it. Childish Gambino is one of my hugest influences because of the way he mixes all his art together. And so after listening to those, I was like, I want to make an album that's a story. Whatever it is, I want it to be a story. And just being in high school and this just being my life, I was like, I really think that I can make something that sort of encapsulates a lot of the feelings that I go through, and also because I'm remixing a lot of songs, shows people the kind of music that I like to listen to. Yeah. So that was the inception of like what made all that. I think the first song I made for it was remixed to Earl Sweatshirt's Off Top. It was called Lunch. I think that's the name of it. I'm mad I don't remember the names of my own songs. But
it was a while ago. You probably working on bigger and better stuff. You feel me?
But it's the song, if you remember, where I'm basically I'm at a lunch table, and I'm like, born inside the belly of the beast, something. Only packs of deli was the feast. Barely breathed, gasping. I knew I was the king. Or basically acting like I'm a G, and I'm like doing all this stuff, and then at the end, somebody says, "Hey, ain't that the dude who had the lunchbox?" So stupid, where it's like, that's not me. But I thought it was real funny to make a song where I pretend to do all this, rap about all this, and then somebody calls me out, because I wanted it at the end of the day to be authentic. You know what I mean? Like, I do like the freedom of rapping about whatever I want to rap about, but for this specific project, again, where it's supposed to sort of be a reflection of me. I wanted people to listen to it and be like, okay, that's who Dax is.
That's exactly, you hit it right on the money.
Thank you, man.
Like a classic, like it went platinum in my eyes, man. Thank
you. So that was the inception of it.
Okay, cool. So if you had to dedicate Daydream to one person from that time, who would it be and why?
If I had to dedicate Daydream to one person at that time, it feels like a cop-out to say myself, so I'm not gonna say that.
If you feel that way, bro, like, hey, stand on it.
Honestly, it was to myself at 17. Like, that was me. Like, that was very much the kind of person that I was. Good stuff about me, flaws and all. Like, I feel like listening to it, I could tell there was a bit of insecurity there. Like low key, if you like really listen to it all the times, I was like, oh, that was some trash rapping. Even like I knew it was good, but I was trying to like make up for the fact that it was like, you know, in case someone didn't like it, you know what I mean? Like, but that's just who I was. I think I shouted out to me, and also I shouted out to just Northwest in general, because again, it was like just a day in the life.
Yeah, like I said, like it felt like, dang, like he hit it on the money, like walking these halls for real, like. So, listening back now, is there a track from Daydream that still hits you emotionally?
I'm thinking about my track list. Because I have a couple answers in mind.
I'm always a fan of top 3, so.
I'll say Crush.
Okay.
Intro. And Icon. Crush, Intro, Icon.
Okay.
I think, when I think emotionally, I have to say Intro. Because Intro is literally, to me, that's the rawest track. And not necessarily the best, but the rawest track of the whole thing. I'm talking about just my dreams. I'm talking about how I was raised. You know what I mean? And how I'm trying to live this day to day. Because also the thing about Daydream, the whole sort of point, was the fact that I feel like I'm always daydreaming about my success and where I want to be. I feel like my head's always in the clouds a little bit. So that's also sort of what inspired me to even have a whole thing where the whole thing's like a dream, basically. So I think like the rawest one, when I still listen to this day, I listen to Intro, I'm like, man, I did my thing. That's how I feel. Crush, I feel like conceptually it's super cool that I'm picking up a girl, and I'm doing it over this like old LL Cool J beat that really I only found because I really love the sample. It's a Michael Jackson sample. It's one of my favorite songs by him. Is it called Moon? It's my favorite song. I can't remember it. But it's called like Moonlight or something. Yeah. Man, I almost want to look it up. But I
don't know. My personal favorite is probably like, I think you did one over DNA. And then you did one over The Race. Like,
I did do one over The Race. Which at the time I did not like that song, but I was like, I know I did not like the song at all, but I knew I could rap over it crazy. There are some TK songs I love though now, but back then I didn't even like him as an artist then. But now I've grown to like I was like, you know what, TK got some bangers. He got some bangers. But yeah, then Icon, I feel like it's just like some real manifestation on some like just empowerment. You know, I just love empowering myself. Yeah. Doing my music, just to call yourself an icon and like really stand on that. Like, I feel like that end of the album is me really trying to get my power back. You know, I feel like I do before it starts over. So yeah.
Okay. So I know we talked about, a little bit being at Howard. You already answered one of my questions I had. So I guess another one I'll ask would be, how did your experience at Howard help you grow, not just as an artist, but as a person?
It just matured me so much, first of all. I mean, that just sort of comes with age. Yeah. But living on your own for the first time, just being in college, that's just a whole different experience. And then having to have the
solitude for real. Yeah, like, you got people you can lean on, but it's like,
but no, I feel
you really don't got people
especially
to lean on.
my freshman year, I felt very alone. Yeah, that was like a big thing that also definitely influenced my next album a whole lot. Was sort of that isolation. Yeah. Okay, and sort of that isolation. I got a lot of answers about that. But that sort of self-imposed isolation you might give yourself, and thinking that people just don't get you and you don't know these people. You know what I mean? But I also think it just opened me up to so many different perspectives. Because if you're born and raised in Charlotte, that's all I really knew.
705.
But that's all I really knew. We're just people from Charlotte, people that moved to Charlotte from New York or something, and that was it. And then when you go to college, especially somewhere like Howard, which is like such just a hub for all this black excellence, which is great, but you just meet so many people from all these different places. Like, we were just talking about my homie X's and O's. Yeah. His name's John. He's from Maryland. He talks different than I've ever heard. He uses different words that I've never heard before. When I first heard him, I was like, what? It's just like, but you realize that there's just, the world is so big. And I feel like that was the first time where I really realized how huge the world is, how different perspectives are. And that just made me, one, just more open-minded, definitely. And then when it came to my art, it just made me realize, like, there's just so much more I could be doing.
Facts.
You know? And also, being a theater major and stuff, I was luckily exposed to a lot of art, which, again, like, you may hear, like, oh, you see a play, that's very different from music. But to me, it's all part of the same thing. Like, we're all telling stories, you know?
Facts.
And I think that it just really, like, we had a thing where in my freshman year, we had to see, like 100 hours worth of plays or something crazy.
100 hours worth of plays?
It was something like that. I might be it was however the amount of hours was, it was something crazy that's like, we really had to make time for it.
It's like at the end of the semester? Like, it was
but
one semester?
Each semester, we had to see. Maybe it was 60. Okay. Maybe I'm gassing.
You might be pushing it.
I might be pushing it. But it was, whatever it was, it was a lot.
It was a lot, though.
It was a lot. But it just opened my eyes to be like, man, there's so many different ways to tell these stories. And there's so many different stories being told. And, like, that definitely just made me just want to up my art more, honestly. Yeah.
So, I know we've been talking about the music a little bit, but I kind of want to, talk about the Mr. Beast games. Like, that was, that was the most, like, craziest side mission I've seen from you. So,
that was crazy.
You were featured in one of the Mr. Beast games. How did that opportunity come about, and what was that experience like?
Man, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet because I could talk for literally 2.5 hours about these games.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot. It was so much on the camera you don't see.
Wow.
So much. What I'll say, how I found out about it is there's a site called Casting Networks. It's like Actors Access, like one of those sites. And they said, casting for win $5 million for Beast Games. I didn't even know I didn't even connect the dots that it had to do with Mr. Beast at all. And usually, if I see something about a reality show, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to act. But then so I scrolled down. I was like, you know what? You only live once. I might as well try. I'm probably not even going to get in. Scroll back up, submitted to it. Ended up making it far enough in the process to be a standby competitor. Okay. So at first, I wasn't even, like, actually in it. I was on standby.
Okay.
So they were like, if we call you, you got to be able to fly to Vegas, like, that day or the next day to shoot. And I was like, all right. They called me. I was like, oh, shoot. Didn't expect to get called. Had to book a flight to Vegas that night, get, like, my supplies. We had to get, like, some plain black shoes and get all this, like, other stuff. They ended up, like, reimbursing me later. Thank goodness. But at first, I did have to pay for it out of pocket. And then we spent, like, 3-4 days in Vegas in the Allegiant Stadium. Like, sleeping there, waking up there.
Like with the little houses and stuff that they got?
Nah, that was... Okay, so that's another thing I gotta say. What you saw, that was on Amazon. Okay. Before getting on the Amazon show, because the Amazon show started with 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
The YouTube, because, he has his YouTube channel. Yeah. It started with 2,000 people.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. So I competed against 2,000 people for $5 million, and I beat 1,000. Okay. Which already, if you watch the YouTube video, it was a whole bunch of BS we had to go through. And I'll say for that, the games wasn't even the hardest part. It was the living conditions. Wow. That was the hard part. After the games, having to sleep on the floor, like, of the stadium in, like, these little sleeping bags, and the lights are on the entire time, and they gave us, like, sleeping masks to make it, like, easier for us to go to sleep. And the food was horrible. Like, we got, like, for breakfast, we had a hard-boiled egg, some oatmeal, but it was, like, really just cold, like, oats and some slosh. It was gross.
Yeah, they was really feeding y'all like a Squid Game.
For honestly, like, it was horrible. Like, so many people literally quit because they're like, I can't live like this anymore.
That's crazy.
And then beat 1,000 people, went on to the Amazon show, and that's when we were, like, on the pillars and all that. And I was just mad that we didn't do more games that was like, if it's your fault if you win or lose. Okay. There was so many things that we did that was like, if one person in your row gets you out, then your whole row's out. Or if one person has sacrificed himself, then your whole row's out. You know what I mean?
Man,
I was so because every game
you
I
ain't
played,
think about it like, do you want to take that 20 back? How much was he offering though?
It was what he said at the first game when we got there, was that he had $1 million.
Okay.
And everybody who left, up to 1,000 people, would split that $1 million. So you didn't know how many people were gonna leave. If 1,000 of us left, then each of us would get $1,000. If I'm doing the math right, don't check.
Like 10,000.
Yeah. No. It couldn't have been that much because 56 people ended up leaving, and they ended up getting like about 20,000, a little less than that.
Okay.
So I think it is 1,000, but maybe it was a less amount of money that he gave, but whatever it was,
like 100,000.
yeah, something like that. And it was like
less of a zero.
at the time, I was like, man, I'm about to make it all the way through. Because now looking back on it, I feel like an idiot. But when you make it through that YouTube, the YouTube part, when you make it through 5 or 6 games, dolo by yourself, I didn't know anybody there. Like, I ended up making friends, of course, but like, you really start to feel like, man, I'm the chosen one. I made it through all this stuff myself. I can make it through a few more games. But yeah, I got out because a lady took a bribe for $80,000. Got my whole row out.
Bands?
She got 80
Damn.
bands. And here's the thing, the reason I didn't
cross your mind at all to take, because you was like, I'm that chosen one.
There was 2 reasons. 1, I felt like I was the chosen one. 2, I ended up making really good friends with like 2 people in my row. They were like, and I knew none of us were gonna press it. And there was a person that was next to me, and I got cool with her. But I could tell she wasn't going to press it because of how pressed she was about making it farther in the game. Yeah. So I felt good about her. I felt good about my 2 people over there. Everybody else, I was a little washy on. But the person that was over here was like, I can vouch for her. She says she's good. She's not going to quit. So I was like, all right. That girl ended up being the one selling us out. So
damn.
But everything,
I would be sick, bro.
I was pissed. I was so mad. And not to mention, because I almost got out on the game before that. We had the game. We had to put these blocks up, and like we had to stack them all in one.
I remember that.
That was the most fun, but that was like the most difficult one.
Damn.
And I almost got out because my tower fell after like 5 minutes. But like, and they initially said that I got out, but they didn't show this in the show. They had initially said that a bunch of people got out. And then they were like, actually, we got too many people out, so we're gonna redo the lights because we had like if we had red lights on our platform, we were out. So they're like, we're gonna redo the lights. If your light goes green, then you're still in. If your light stays red, you're still out. And then my light went green. So I was like, ooh, chosen one. That was meant for this. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a lose. I still haven't even finished the series because I'm so sick about losing that money. But if I could go back,
I think that girl that was wrestling, I think she won, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a dude. I don't know. I think the wrestling, I'm still in like some group chats with them, so like they talk about it every once in a while.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was that one they had them on the like the train tracks.
I still haven't seen that episode, but it looked cool.
But it was either you save the people or you get the car, and I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people had to go. I would have got the last.
But what I'll say to everybody though, real talk, it's so easy when you're watching it. I've been there. I watch Squid Games. You watch the show, you think, oh, this is easy. Or, man, I just take it easy. But when you're actually there, and again, there's so much they don't show. Like, for every hour you see of us playing games, there's 12 hours of you not having anything to do. They take your phone, so you're stuck talking to these people. And you end up sympathizing with these people and their stories. You end up making friends with these people. You know what I mean? And then it's like, dang, this is like, and now you guys are bonded by this experience that only y'all know. And so it's like, you sort of feel like, dang, I can't sell this out. Like, this is my homie. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was a little too nice. And if I could go back, 1, I think I'd be a little meaner. But 2, I would definitely just split that money at the beginning. I definitely should have just split that. Whatever money he gave and said, if y'all all leave, y'all split it. I wish I would have done that.
You would have been up.
I would have been up, man. But it was fun. It was most fun. It was a crazy side mission for me, too.
Okay. So I'm glad to hear that. I guess I'll ask a few more questions just about your last couple albums that you dropped. So I want to talk about Don Poppy. This is a unique collab album. What sparked that project, and how did you and X's and O's link up?
So he was in my class, my acting class at Howard. So we were in the same cohort. And we just ended up naturally sort of just becoming friends one day. Very different backgrounds. He didn't become like an arts kid till later. I was like an arts kid my whole life. He was like basically like a jock, basically. So just a whole different kind of person.
Yeah.
But we both heard each other's music one day. We both liked it. And there was a talent show at Howard. And so he had a song that he had written. And I was like, yo, you gotta let me hop on this. Like, it was called Thing. That's what ended up being on the album.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I gotta hop on Thing. Like, this goes crazy to me. And so we ended up collabing on that song. And then we tried to audition for the talent show. And my mic cut off during my verse.
What?
And so they just cut it short. And they're like, all right, thanks. So it went nowhere. Damn. But from there, we were like, yo, we should make more songs together. I think actually we had made one song my freshman year. And we were like, that's cool. But then that song is when we were finally like, let's just make like a whole project. And so the rest of that sophomore year, we were just working on making that project. And then right when we were like about done with it, then that's when COVID hit. And so we had to like sort of finish it up when we parted ways and then release it. And so it definitely had like its issues once we were like releasing it and trying to promote it. But that's how it came about. Very fun.
For sure.
Cool project.
And what's something that X's and O's brought to the creative process that made you push yourself?
Man, I'm mad he's gonna see me compliment him.
I'm mad he's gonna see me compliment him.
He is he's a really hard worker. Two, he is a fast worker. So me, like, if you see the way I release music, it takes me too long, if I'm being honest. But him, he can pump out song. And it made me be like, oh, I gotta write to this song. Okay, now I gotta make an idea for a song. So he doesn't make all the ideas for the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just pushed me to just work more diligently.
Yeah.
And to try to really find that creative inspiration within myself without just waiting around for it, or else nothing's gonna get done. You know? And I think that still extends to this day with the stuff we do. So much respect to him for that. And also just not being afraid to just have fun and be like a little ignorant. You know what I mean? Because he can definitely rap. But X's and O's, not X's and O's, that's his name. But Don Poppy, I feel like it's definitely like more like a trap album. And I never done anything like that before, listening to my old stuff. So like that definitely let me know how to like just, I can do the lyrical miracle stuff all day. People know I can do that. But also dumb it down a little bit, have some fun, be a little ignorant. You know what I mean?
And
I feel
that's what Don Poppy. Okay, got you. Yeah. So then I guess shifting more into deep dive. With deep dives, you took things in intergalactic direction. So what inspired that concept?
So deep dive.
I'm sorry.
So
now you hit the point. I'm doing one more time.
Google.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right.
So yeah, what made me think about deep dive after Don Poppy, really already, first of all, my freshman year of college was definitely, I was going through a lot of growing pains. I was getting out of a relationship. There was just a lot going on, and then just trying to fit into this new environment with these people that I don't know. So I was like low key, like it's in a bit of a dark place, like my freshman year.
Yeah.
And so I think the first song that I might have written for Deep Dive, if I'm thinking about it, might have been Thorn Roses. I think Thorn Roses might have been my first song that I wrote for Deep Dive. Not knowing where it was gonna go, not knowing that it was gonna be on this alien album, not knowing nothing. And then as I had more time to reflect on it, and then COVID hit, right? I was watching some of my peers, X's and O's. I got another friend, he goes by the name of R. Davis, amazing rapper. They were dropping music, and they were writing music and coming out with music. And one that just inspired me, seeing my peers drop some music. I'm like, dang, I gotta drop some music too, first of all. But also, just again, I'm sort of alone, COVID. We can't really talk to each other, we can't really be around each other. And then along with just thinking about how I've been feeling the past couple years, and especially my freshman year, I was just sort of stuck on this idea of alienation. And I was, and so I was like, how can I make alienation into an album,
That's hard.
And I had thought of this idea listening to some beat that I ended up not even using, funnily enough, when I was trying to write the intro to the album. I was like, what if something is trying to like look into my brain to see how I feel, because I don't want to talk about how I feel.
My mind is a box.
Yeah,
Pandora.
exactly.
Because they like going into your mind.
Exactly.
So it's hard. Yeah.
And actually, the chorus to that, I had a line about my mind is a Pandora's box. The thoughts that keep the door unlocked or something. Like that was the line that inspired the hook. But I didn't have the hook until way later in the process. But I had the verse early on, and so I was like, "Yo, I'm thinking about alienation, right?" Again, I've since Daydream, I've been into this whole making stories thing, and then I thought, what if I make an album that's connected to Daydream in like a weird way that like, and I'm like, if you don't listen
I
to
didn't
Daydream,
even think about it like that.
and most people don't, and I'm okay with that. I'm like, if I'm also sort of, as I've matured as an artist,
that's kind of hard. No,
I'm
I'm
explaining.
thinking. Okay.
So it's like, well, first I'm gonna say I've come to terms as an artist of being like, I know not everyone's gonna go back and listen to all your old stuff. So I try to make stuff that people will enjoy regardless. Yeah. But if you really look into it, the way Deep Dive and Daydream is connected is basically the aliens put me under the sleep. That for Daydream, that's what I'm reliving over and over again because they sedated me. Gotcha. Meanwhile, they're doing that so they can like look into my brain and stuff. Like that's basically how they like, it's like anesthesia. They put me under the anesthesia, put me under this forever dream of reliving my childhood or whatever, while they like look into my brain and try to figure out stuff about me and the human race and stuff. And so Deep Dive was all about alienation, being isolated, and feeling like I don't want to open up. So it's like something making you open up. Like, and I really wanted it to feel like my mind at the time. Like I really wanted, like if you listen to Deep Dive, all the beats, the way it's sounding, everything I'm rapping about, that is like everything that I was thinking about and on my mind at the time. And last thing, just basically, again, I was going through like a lot of heartbreak. Yeah. So I really wanted, I felt like I realized that sometimes people that seem to have a lot of problems, including myself, a lot of the times it stems from like one main thing. That if you get to the heart of the issue, it's like, oh, this is why everything sucks for you right now. Because this thing happened in your childhood, or you just went through this, or you're going through grief about this, and it's making everything else suck. And so I wanted the first half, like, it's sort of, if you look at the album cover, I have two planets on there. It's Venus and Mercury. Okay. That's what those are. That's why I have a Mercury interlude and I have a Venus interlude. And it's because Mercury is sort of like the planet of like communication and thought, and Venus, of course, is the planet of love. Okay. So I wanted the first half, you hear me talking about, I got all these issues, everything sucks, everybody sucks, no one understands me, y'all just don't get it, da-da-da-da-da. And then when they say in the album, the alien's like, all right, check his heart, or whatever, they look inside my heart instead of just my brain, and you realize like, oh, he's doing all this because his heart broke, you know, which everybody goes through. It's a common, you know, universal experience. And so, that was my main conception of coming up with that album. And then, of course, every track has its own little details, but that's like the overarching idea. Love that album.
Okay. So between Daydream, Don Poppy, and Deep Dive, which project challenged you the most emotionally and why?
Definitely Deep Dive. Yeah. Because I had never gotten so personal over such a long stretch of time. Don Poppy, I wasn't really personal at all. I was just having fun. Daydream was a little personal at certain little nuggets. But Deep Dive is literally like, this is how I feel. This is how other people make me feel. This is the personal stuff I'm going through. This is how I feel about my people that I know. Like, it was scary. It was definitely scary for me to drop. But then once I dropped it, and like the feedback that I got of people telling me, like, wow. I had one of my best friends, he told me that, like, he listened to one of the tracks and it made him cry. Wow. And I didn't think, you know, I've always thought that I was talented for sure, but up to that point, I never thought that a song I made could ever make anybody do that. Like, I can make you cry with just my words that I wrote. Like, I literally never thought I had that in me, you know? I had other people telling me, like, wow, like, there was someone that messaged me And she was like, and she goes to a whole different college, completely different race. And she's like, I related to this so much. Like, I feel I'm having similar feelings going through like my college experience. And it's like, it was the first time that I was able to reach people in that kind of way, you know? And it really made me learn that vulnerability is really where the best art comes from. Yeah. Like, honestly, because we all think that we have our little emotional issues and that no one understands us, but it's like we really are so connected in that way. So definitely Deep Dive, but I love it for it. I love that project.
For sure. So I guess the last thing I ask, you got any new projects coming up, any new things coming up,
Yes,
anything for the fans to expect from you at all?
I'm working on Bonnet Boy, which Bonnet Boy, when it's finished, eagle-eyed listeners will be able to tell how it's connected to Deep Dive, because it's connected to Deep Dive.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
connected to Deep.
So is
But
Bonnet Boy as an album or?
it was supposed to be a EP.
Okay.
But what does that even mean? I don't even know. Now, because it was supposed to, when I first came up with the thought of Bonnet Boy, it was supposed to be practice before I released like another big album, to just practice releasing something and marketing it and really like putting everything into making sure that people are listening to it and like doing the extra videos on Instagram and all that. But the more I got into just thinking about it, I just started coming up with more and more ideas of how to really make it like a real project and a story and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's different than Deep Dive though, because I also really want to focus on the music. And so Deep Dive had a lot of like skits and stuff. And I really was like, I like the skits, but for the person that doesn't know me at all, doesn't know Altitude 12 in the slightest, someone's like, yo, you should listen to this. I don't want them to listen and be like, there's no music here. Why am I even, nah. Because I mean, I know the stuff is interesting and funny and whatever, but I was like, for this one, I want people to really just be able to just sit back and listen to the music more than anything. But yeah, that's the next thing coming out. I'm really excited for that. I got some bangers on there. I got some fun stuff on there. I got some funny stuff on there.
That's cool.
It's gonna be dope, man. And it's a whole different persona. It's a whole different persona. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that for now.
Nah, that's cool, bro. So before we get up out of here for this interview, do you want to give out any final shout outs? You know, shout out your socials.
Yeah, yes sir,
you know
yes sir. Follow me on Instagram at Altitude12, TikTok Altitude12_, because someone took the name Altitude12, so I had to add underscore.
That's good.
Shout out DJ Wouldn't It Be Funny podcast. Follow that on all socials. It's hard to spell, so honestly, you should just go under my socials and click the link in my bio.
I'll put it in the description. I got you.
Appreciate you. Also, shout out my people. Shout out X's and O's, John Woods. Shout out my homie Rashad Davis, R. Davis. Both great musicians, great rappers. They're both coming out with projects at some point. Shout out my boy Nasty Beats. He makes songs with R. Davis. They produce together. Their group Don't Miss. Shout out all my Howard people. All the homies. Shout out Zechariah. You know, doing your thing, bro. I respect it, man.
Bro. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I was like, man, I gotta get him on the show, bro. Like you was one of the people I was wanting to get on, but I was like, if I couldn't get you on for this season, I knew at least season 3, and during the summer I was about to get you.
Yeah, I'll be back at some point.
So yeah, that's all that we have for you guys today, and we'll catch y'all on the next segment.